Yo guys, what's up? It's been a very long time ago, and I know that because I still get messages why there's no content anymore, what happened, why the journey stopped. This video here is to answer that and to actually share what has been happening and why there's no content anymore. That's actually where it gets a bit harder and more difficult, because what you guys don't know is that before we left to travel the world, I had already been experiencing chronic illness for about 2 to 3 years. I had diagnosis of chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, bradycardia, and a few others that kind of evolved over the time. But doctors were never really able to pinpoint it. But nevertheless, we decided to still travel the world, that like it might be good for me, like we just decided to go. And the first months it was kind of okay, but at some point like everything just started to break me up more and more. And then in April, when we were in Nepal, at some point this thing happened, and I won't forget it. I was suddenly, Jesus Christ, man. So I was having these really bad headaches, and at some point they were so heavy that I just fell to the ground and kind of lost consciousness. And then when I woke up, I was like, I had no idea who I was, I had no idea where I was, I had no idea who Noemi was. It was so incredibly crazy and scary, and from that moment more of these weird scary things started to happen. I wasn't able to press the record button anymore. I had problems with my voice, with pronouncing stuff. I was forgetting everything. I couldn't really hold to the storyline anymore. And then we got into India, of all places, and there I've pretty much been in bed for like 2-3 weeks in a hotel room, and at that point we just knew it was time to stop. So in the end, I went back home to Amsterdam to seek medical treatments or medical aid. I had like 10 to 15 different tests, and I saw many different doctors. And one of the weird things with my illness has always been that they were exactly the same symptoms as my mom had. And both my parents passed away due to illnesses, but it was always so scary that I had the same as my mom. So right now, the doctor said there's actually one thing left. There's one illness that kind of mimics all the other diagnoses that I already had, and we're gonna test for it. And I said, okay, sure, let's do it. You know, like I feel so incredibly crap with so many symptoms, but we'll see. And then the test came back, and the doctor said, I have good news and bad news. And then he said, well, the good news is that we know what it is. The bad news is that you have a late stage chronic Lyme disease. And the weird thing was that like so many people in my surrounding, they were like, are you okay? Are there treatments? Can we still do something? And I was at once super happy, like, yes, we know what it is. Finally, I know what it is. And then at the same time, I was like, so this is what my mom died of. And we never knew. And then I went into the literature and everything, and we figured out that it's actually transmittable through birth. So probably I've had this my entire life, but when your immune system is really compromised because of a lot of stressful situations, these viruses and bacteria, because Lyme disease is like a bacteria, but it comes with a lot of co-infections and other viruses that can actually even be more harmful. And the weaker your immune system gets due to stress, the more they spread throughout the body, the organs, the brain. And right now in my body, it's everywhere, you know. Also, my immune system has been tested, and like my natural killer cells, they are barely working anymore. So my body's not able to fight this, you know, at this point. So it just gets worse and worse and worse. But that's where I'm gonna say stop right now, because I've read a case where a person healed of a late stage chronic Lyme disease. So it's possible, and if it's possible, I can do it as well. And I guess that we've always said, join our journey. And right now, this is just the beginning of a new journey, like a journey of life. It was always very easy to create like beautiful drone videos and pictures of beautiful destinations and show how amazing life was, but this is the journey of life, and that is a journey in itself as well. And for me, I see it as a challenge, a huge challenge, a new beginning. And I'll need to fight this. And if you guys were wondering, I am fighting this thing alone. But I'm also gonna be conquering and winning this thing alone. And I'm excited about that. It's a huge challenge, as I said, but I feel that this was meant to go this way. I started vlogging. I might as well just document what I'm going through right now as well, so it can help my own process, but also other people that are chronically sick, because so many people in this world are chronically sick right now, and there are so many causes and reasons for it, and you just can't fix it with one pill, you know. Like, I might have to do months or years of antibiotics and tons of other treatments like blood transfusions, but nutrition, thoughts, support, there are so many things that are really important in the healing process, and I feel that I want to share it, so I will. But for now, I just want to say to you guys that I finally know what the problem is with my health. There's more information in the world about this thing than at any other time. We know so much more about the entire body and the immune systems, and I'm gonna dig into the research, get the knowledge, heal myself, because I want that extraordinary life. I enjoyed creating that beautiful travel content, but I also enjoy these things in life, you know, that are actually real life. So who knows, I can combine and have like a mix of travel, health, and happiness together, and just be true to what's important to me, and hopefully I'll inspire somebody along the way. So thanks for following the journey. The journey continues, but this time it's my journey.